Hello everybody and welcome back to another video for the day. We are heading back into r/AmITheDevil, and if you guys would love to be absolutely amazing, show your support and see more videos like this one in the near future, be sure to hit that like button, leave a comment down below to start up some wholesome internet discussions, and if you have not already, subscribe to the channel and turn on them notifications. Also, if you guys would like to save 10% on your next order of gamer subs, use code Tommy at checkout or click the link down below. It'll automatically apply the discount to your transaction and it helps support the channel. Thank you. Also, everybody hits the like button, you get a piece of garlic bread, okay? It's good stuff. Am I the a-hole for wanting my girlfriend to clean the house and do the dishes? My girlfriend, F26, and I, M28, have been living together for 2 years. I've always worked way too much, and I make pretty good money too. So I pay for everything. But of course, I have way less free time than she does. We agreed to split chores over the past few months, and this has become a nightmare. I'm regularly working until late at night. She offered to help with money, but I've always said that she didn't need to. I'm honestly happy for her to spend her money on herself, and we have a comfortable life already. The problem is, while I'm drowning in work, she's doing yoga class. So when it's my turn to clean during one of these crazy weeks, the place turns into a disaster because she rarely does it for me. Am I crazy here? To me, splitting chores 50-50 when our free time is nowhere near equal would be like me suddenly asking her to split the bills 50-50 even though our incomes aren't even close. She wakes up late, binges a new TV series every week. Most days her biggest concern is walking the dog. I regularly end up choosing between living in a filthy apartment or stopping work for the day before a deadline to wash a mountain of dishes while she paints her nails or something. Meanwhile, I'm taking out the trash, grocery shopping, running errands, driving her places, helping with her work, even helping her find clients. I'm definitely not perfect, but I try hard to be a good boyfriend. I'm affectionate, respectful, give her massages, buy her little gifts and chocolates. Like, I've taken one of her relatives to the doctor recently. Her family absolutely loves me. There's basically nothing she asks me to do that I won't do. And a lot of the time, I do it before she even has to ask. Of course, she's not a bad person either. She's funny, smart, gorgeous. I genuinely adore her. I just wish that she had more, teammate energy. This week, I hired a cleaner because things had gotten ridiculous. That honestly bothered me because while I can afford it, that's money that could have gone towards so many different things. I don't think we are at this point in life where we need to hire someone. But I'm, putting myself in her shoes. If I had a comfortable life, plenty of free time, didn't have to worry about rent or bills, had a full fridge, got to focus on my career without pressure, thanks to my partner, who, by the way, treats me well, I don't even need to say that I do everything for them, as I kinda already try to do, even though she doesn't spoil me in any way particularly as I do to her. Seriously, it's so strange to me. So, am I wrong for thinking that she should be taking the chores? TLDR, we lived together for 2 years, paid for everything, working long hours, girlfriend has a lot more free time and comfortable, but still just waits for me to do my half of the house chores, leaving the apartment a mess most of the time. Edit 2, when I summed up the fit of the sub, we lost a lot of the context and nuance, so here's some important points I clearly wasn't able to express properly. She does not work full hours. She works freelancer when there's work to do, and that's basically a few hours weekly. She cannot afford not even nearly 50% of our monthly costs. She didn't even have the income at all till a few months ago, and she offered to pay a single bill monthly as a gesture. Edit 1. I removed the joke in the end because people in the comments made me realize that it sounded way worse than I intended to, and that it is particularly, but not only due to translation, I had not the intention of being misogynist or sexist. If that was the case, and some tried to imply in the comments, I probably wouldn't be here asking for advice. I'm sorry, I gave the wrong impression. Thankfully, the people in the comments tracked down what exactly it was the edit that they took out that was the joke that made it look bad, and it would be the whole going over the whole living all this lovely life and everything, ending it with that guy would never go to bed without a good meal and a slob knob. So yeah, that's definitely gonna make you look wonderful in this situation. Great job, by the way. And on top of that, your girlfriend did offer to help pay for part of the bills and everything, and you say that it's not much, but at the same time, again, would you like to mention how many times you happen to have this luxurious life and everything and all that stuff, trying to then complain, she doesn't do the chores, all this stuff. Have you actually done something? Because, you know, like, you happen to have tried it out for a little bit, since you happen to have this cushy life, you know, this guy happened to have mentioned that he has a cushy life and everything, all that money coming in and everything, you could afford a cleaning service and everything, and then you won't have to worry about any of the chores and stuff, right? Am I the a-hole for not wanting my nieces at my wedding because of my dogs? I, 29F, am getting married to my fiance, 35M, later this year. We're having a very small wedding with only 27 guests in our backyard. One of the biggest reasons that we are doing it at home is so that our dogs can be part of the day. One of our dogs is reactive. He's well managed, but as a responsible dog owner, I have to be honest about the fact that he has never really been around young children. Because of that, I can't confidently say how he would react. My brothers each have a child, ages 3 and 4. One brother is my man of honor, and my sister-in-law will be busy photographing the wedding. Realistically, neither of them will be available to supervise their kids for most of the day. That means the responsibility would likely fall on my parents, who would rather see enjoying the wedding than acting as babysitters. I also don't have a kid-friendly house. There are dogs, dog toys, equipment, and a backyard setup designed for adults and pets, not small children. There won't be children's activities, a kids menu, or anything specifically geared towards keeping toddlers entertained. Because I take dog ownership seriously, I felt obligated to tell everyone the truth. My dog has never been tested around young children, and I don't know how he'd react. I even offered to arrange a meeting between the dog and the kids beforehand so that we could assess things safely. But even with that offer, there are no guarantees. And at the end of the day, my priority has to be everyone's safety, including the children and the dog. I never outright said no to the kids. Instead, I explained the situation and asked my brothers to think realistically about whether bringing toddlers to this specific wedding made sense. For additional context, I've never wanted children of my own, and generally don't enjoy being around kids. That's not the reason for my concern, but it probably does influence why I don't feel the need to make my wedding child-friendly. Some family members seem to think that I'm being unfair because these are my nieces and nephews and immediate family. I feel like I'm being practical, transparent, and responsible by communicating the risks and logistics ahead of time. Am I the a-hole? For anybody curious as to what a reactive dog is, basically a dog that overreacts. You want to read it? Please feel free to pause the video. And look, when it comes down to it, it's the person's wedding. They can decide if they want to do adults only and everything, stuff like that. It's their wedding. They can decide that. Personally, I feel more so bad for the dog being in the situation because you have all these people around, the dog is going to get excited. I don't know what could happen at the wedding, so I'm more so worried for the dog. For an example, my family's dog, Warren. He gets super excited when he meets people for the first time, but like the second time, he's just chill and everything. So possibly that idea of the whole introducing them beforehand could help a little bit. Still, at the end of the day, having to do that with all 27 people that are coming to the wedding might be a bit of a task that I don't know if this person would be up for doing. And on top of that, there's going to be music, food, noises, just the dog could probably get overexcited or something, whereas the whole getting the dog to settle or being under control would be a helpful thing to do, at least if you want the dog to be involved in the event. Probably good to at least work on that. I'm not even sure if you even specified to them that you wanted a child-free wedding or just little wink and nodded about the dog having reactive issues that you hoped that they wouldn't bring their children. Something's not making sense. Would I be the a-hole for telling my roommate that she's ridiculous for leaving my dog poop on the floor and then complaining about the smells? Oh boy. So, my roommate and I, both F20s, live in my house together. A while ago, I wanted to get a dog. She said that she didn't mind having a dog, as long as she didn't have to take care of cleanup after it. Which I said was fine. To the day, she's never fed him, or cleaned up after him, or anything. I'm more than happy to do it all myself. After all, he is my dog. When I am not home, he has a blocked off area of the house that he's not allowed to be in. Since my dog has gotten potty trained, there are rarely ever any accidents in the house. He is still a puppy. He's 6 months old. When there are any accidents in the house, I take care of them right away, because obviously leaving poop and pee on the floor is disgusting. My issue is that there have been 3 times, today's the 3rd, when he pooped on the floor when I'm not home and she is. When that happens, she just leaves it, even if I won't be home for hours and she's there the whole time. I understand that. We agreed that she doesn't clean up after him, but I feel as though leaving dog droppings in the kitchen for 8 hours is disgusting and absurd and ridiculous. Please tell me if I'm in the wrong. Today, I feel like it pushed me over the edge, because she texted me 2 hours into my shift telling me that he pooped inside, which I was like, oh, gross. A couple of hours later, I texted her and told her that I won't be coming straight home from my shift, that I was going straight to urgent care because I am in so much pain and can't move. After saying that she hoped that I was okay, she then started complaining about the smells, saying that the whole kitchen smelled like poop and that my dog won't start barking because he's been locked out in the backyard. She put him out there because there's poop in his area and she doesn't want to watch him in the house, which I have no problem with her putting him out in the backyard. As much as he wants to be inside, she doesn't have to watch for him. But there is an easy solution to the smell and the barking that I physically cannot solve for at least another few hours. I responded to her messages saying that I'm not surprised the kitchen smells as if there's been poop sitting in there for 3 hours. She didn't respond. I know when I get back from urgent care, the poop will still be sitting there. Am I the a-hole? I mean, I understand we agreed that she doesn't have to clean up after the dog. As disgusting as I think leaving it is, I think complaining to me about the smell when she refuses to take care of it when I'm at work is beyond ridiculous. Am I the a-hole? Edit. I always like to make points clear. My issue is purely her complaining about it when I'm at work. While I think it's gross for her to leave it, I never said anything in the past because I understand our arrangement. I'm only frustrated about her complaints while I'm at work. Secondly, he is fully potty trained. It has only happened 3 times. It does not happen all the time. Thirdly, it is completely acceptable for my dog to be home for 8 hours. The vets and the trainers agree. We go on walks before and after work, and he is in training to be a service animal and has training every evening. He is my world and wonderfully taken care of, and that isn't the point of this post again. There are many people who have full-time jobs and still take wonderful care of their pets. I read the title and I initially had a flashback to my work because I work at a pet store for my retail job, and I have lost the amount of times there have been people who have legitimately asked me to pick up after their pet because, God forbid, they happen to do it inside of the store. 6 months old, very much still is puppy, and I'm not sure on that exact level of potty training that you happen to be saying such. Because if you happen to really need to, I would say getting some kind of potty pad or something and then getting them used to using that while you're out would be a good idea. Otherwise, maybe it might be good to take them to the vet. I'm not entirely sure. Maybe while you're out and about, have them in one specific area so that way if they do happen to have an accident, it's at least manageable and the smell doesn't go around the room or house as much. But also on top of that, you happen to make an agreement with your roommate and you're getting upset when the roommate goes along with the agreement. Make it make sense. Am I the a-hole for telling my sister that maybe she should not date until her daughter is ready? Hey, my brother-in-law passed away at 39. It was extremely sudden one day. He was here and then the next he was gone. My niece was only 9 when he passed. It has been 3 years, and my sister said that she met someone that she really likes and has been seeing him for 6 months now. She introduced him to her daughter, but of course she did not take it well. I told her, did she really expect her to? My sister feels that I am being unreasonable and that she deserves to be happy and feel loved. I don't disagree, but I told her that her daughter should come first, and if this person that she has been seeing is as understanding and kind as she makes them out to be, they will understand and need to wait. She feels like I'm telling her that parents' needs and wants come second. To be honest, I do feel under the circumstances that may be the only situation if she wants to maintain a relationship with her daughter. She then told me to keep my opinions to myself if I am not willing to be part of the solution. I am torn. My sister did not come to me, and I guess I did screw up by simply being more sympathetic. But I do feel for my niece also, and think that she needs to take her feelings into consideration. Edit. They are in family therapy plus individual. My niece called me after my sister told her the news, and they really have not spoken much since. I said what I said because I don't want a wedge to form between the two of them, and I cannot always be there to be a safe place for my niece to run to. I travel a lot for work. I think therapy is not working because my niece is not ready. I understand 3 years is a long time for some, but not for others. I just don't want her going down a dangerous path. I do agree that it should not be a forever thing, but I think context matters, and the child's readiness should be taken into consideration. I cannot always be the mediator between the two of them. My niece is still hurting. I do understand, and will just do the best that I can to support them, and will just keep my mouth shut when she comes to vent to me. Update. I accept. I am the a-hole here. I will apologize to my sister, and just so the best I can be for my niece when she needs someone. I'm not going to try and force her to talk to her mom, though. I will keep suggesting that they talk stuff out, but I don't see the value in forcing a conversation to happen. My sister did come to me to vent, but she also broke our rules because I am not good at reading the room. If she did not want me to say anything, then she needs to tell me beforehand. She did not, so I figured I was free to give my opinion. And that is normally how this goes, because she has come to me a lot because I know what it's like to suddenly lose someone extremely important. My niece has been in therapy for years, but she does not want to be in therapy. She's 12, and I get it to a degree. Her mother and I encourage her to go, and she does, but for the most part, every therapist has told us the same thing. They cannot do anything if she refuses to open up. Now, she has suspected her mother was dating because she was encouraging to spend more nights with her, or me, or her friend. Both I and her friend's mother knew, but my sister told us not to say anything. This was brought up during these last 6 months in therapy, but she completely shut down and started to repeat the line of her mom starts dating, she will run and make it hard for us to find her. She would tell her teachers, her friends, parents, therapists. I know she is being childish, but I do worry because I'm not always here. I travel for work, and she has said that I was not around. If I was not around, she would still run. I think the timing was off for my sister. This is an emotional time. Father's Day, 4th of July, her dad loves the 4th. The Knicks won, her dad was a lifelong Knicks fan. Bunch of reminders going around. The timing was not the best. My sister wants him to be part of their lives, and she wants him to be part of our 4th, which my niece does not. She wants them to spend more time together, and she does not. I get what she's doing, because they would do everything as a family. For my niece, her family is just the 3 of us, and as of late, they have been very distant with their mom. Before, she was excited to see Supergirl with her mom, but She asked me to take her instead. And that is how I 100% know that she is really upset. Movies was always their thing. I did suggest that she see the movie with her mom for one-on-one time, but she told me that mom wants to invite her boyfriend, though she refers to him as just him. I know that losing somebody that close to you is devastating, especially you, your daughter. They're going through a lot of stuff with that. I'm just hoping that everybody's doing alright. But with that is going to have to be with the video. If you guys would love to be absolutely amazing, show your support, and see more videos like this one in the near future, be sure to hit that like button, leave a comment down below to start up some wholesome internet discussions, and if you guys have not already, subscribe to the channel and turn on the notifications. And I'll be sure to see you guys in the next one. Thank you so much for watching, and bye-bye.